welcome back everybody to Mega Man. We're gonna take on Spring Man. Spring is in spring, not spring is in the season spring. I just thought it was kind of weird growing up that there was two different ways to say autumn. It was either autumn or fall. But there's not really like two ways to say summer or spring or winter. It's the winter. You know, there's not like a colloquial way of saying it's no season. You know, whereas autumn, I don't know, maybe autumn doesn't apply to everybody. Because I know definitely if you live in probably the equator area, you probably don't have a change of seasons quite like you do in the north and probably south. Where the leaves change and go kind of into hibernation for a bit. Doing great. I don't know. That was a good question. I suppose you could also say that there's actually only two seasons, called hot season and cold season. Of course, if you live in the tropics, it's generally referred to as the dry season and the wet season, where you get a lot of rain and you don't have a lot of rain, I guess. The Spring Man has diagrams of spring in the background, and Mega Man's helmet apparently, and Mega Man very much interested in diagnosing us, I guess. I don't know. I don't really understand why a very spring-heavy stage would be also kind of like a diagnosis laboratory. Point left. Yeah, we're doing it. Taking a second to think about what we want to do. So, as I mentioned, Otto's Hyperbolt is here. It's pretty close to where we're at right now. I like how there's a little Met and like a little female Met there. They kind of remind me a little bit of the characters Lololo and La La La, even though I don't think those are Capcom related games. No, in fact, they are not at all related to Capcom in any stretch of the imagination, but the little bow and the Mets that look almost identical to each other, except one is got a bow and the other one does not, is like, oh. You know, that's how you know. Alright, we opened up the hole, which is what I wanted. Alright, now we gotta go and get the Hyperbolt here. Sweet. Now we're gonna come back. And we're hopefully not going to die now. There's also an E-Tank up here, which we'll get. Oop, gotta do it right, though. Section right here can be kind of frustrating with all the springs. Only because you might expect the springs to launch you higher, or not launch you as high as you think you're gonna go. And you end up mistiming a jump because of it. There's a health here, so we're gonna collect that while we're at it. Great. This is the part I have the least taste for. You can see we're kind of cheesing it a little bit with the Mega Man rush power. But it'd be very easy to kind of fuck these jumps up without the added benefit of having, you know, the extra little diagonal Mega Man rocket pack. Though I'm not saying it'd be impossible to do without that adapter. It's just you have to be a little bit more careful about your jumps and more precise about, okay, I am in range of this ladder, let me get it. You know, let me, you know, pick it up or whatever. Got 3 lives. Should be able to... Excuse me. Should be able to do this without dying or using an E-Tank, because much I mentioned this in an earlier episode, but he's kind of like Junkman. Once you hit him with the boss power the first time, he gets into this loop, which is that attack right there. And then just the whole fight just becomes jump, glide, smack, jump, glide, smack. So that's the whole fight. It's like Junkman. I don't know why he gets stuck in this pattern. He does. It's not hard to evade. I mean, you have an extra slide in there, obviously. But, like, oh darn. It's weird, too, because, not all the bosses heavily affected by their antithesis power. Like, you know, great example, we'll get to him here in a minute. Shade Man, not very affected by the fact that you're using its weakness against him. He does do a bit of a recoil. Forward, backward, one coil backwards, right, yes. You're a Mega Man, but remember to charge the coils to make them jump higher. In addition, you also have to hold up. If you don't hold up, the coils don't actually go any higher. They just get stronger. Go figure that one out. Why they didn't tell you, I don't know. So, this Nightman, Shade Man stage has so much in it. I accidentally did not hold the button there. So you will not be getting Ghost and Goblins music. I apologize if you hold a button in. I don't remember what the button is, but if you hold the button in, you will get Ghost and Goblins music instead of this. The rest of the stage stays the same. Nothing else changes really about the stage except for you get Ghost and Goblins music. Obviously little robots popping up from the caskets. Very much is a reference to Ghost and Goblins. The zombies as well. They'll keep spawning just like the first stage of... is it Ghouls and Ghosts? I think it's called Ghosts and Goblins. I think it's Ghouls and Ghosts, actually. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, so some of the helmets are actually robots. About every other one you'll see. Pretty sneaky, sis. Will I get hit by every raven? Yes, I will get hit by every raven. Why? Because I'm not good at this game. And I'm impatient. And yes, they do turn around and show me their butthole, which I then put a charged Mega Buster Blast into. I blast them in their ass. Yes, of course, we have to have the Mega Man bats that are not in every game, but are definitely appropriate for this level. Appropriate for Pharaoh Man stage. You know, kind of spooky cemetery feel. This is a mid-boss. The mid-boss can be defeated in one of two ways. He opens up his mouth like that, and you can shoot the little pumpkin in the middle. If you kill him when you shoot the little pumpkin in the middle, he will destroy the floor that is directly underneath Mega Man's feet right now that looks like it's already crumbling. If you kill him when he's in this pumpkin form, you see how his eyeballs light up whenever you shoot him. Not now, obviously, because I'm fighting the little pumpkin, but closes his mouth. You hit it, his eyes light up like that. If you kill him in this mode, he'll in fact just fly across the stage and break the wall that is directly behind Mega Man right now. A little harder to do because you can't really... You can only do it now. And it's really hard to tell when this boss is at low health. So I'm assuming that he's at low health right now, which I kind of got lucky there. I wasn't 100% sure. I don't think that can hurt me regardless, but I will jump it. And this is an alternate way to get to Shade Man. The reason I'm coming this way is because there is something I need to pick up this direction. I don't want to die though, because if I die, I'll go back to right before the mini boss. So what we're gonna do here is use Rush Adapter. So if you have Spring, it works as well. Get the health, great. So there is, like I said, there's an upgrade on this side that you need to get, and if you don't get it, well, it's kind of expensive to buy from Auto, so it's actually worth just spending the Mega Man life. And look, they give you a free one. They know that you're coming to this side to pick up a very specific upgrade. And when you're dead, whenever you're ready, you're going to kill yourself because you want to go to the other pathway so that you can do the other hidden secret that's in this level. This level is so chock full of secrets, it's not even funny. You got the ghost, you got the ghouls and ghost reference. You've got the fact that you know, you've got a hidden item here. Nice. There's also another hidden thing here, which I will explain when we get to it. And then you have possibly, I wouldn't say he's the toughest boss to fight in this game, but he's definitely, I think, the toughest one to fight with the boss power. He doesn't seem to flinch nearly as much. He's not, doesn't go into like some sort of baby-esque pattern after you've hit him one time. He's sort of like the old Mega Man bosses, you know, where, yeah. I don't know why these guys transform into these land skies when the moon's out. I'm waiting for the moon to come back, but I don't think it'll come back until after I beat these guys. Or maybe they do, it does, I don't know. Just be a time thing. But we're almost to the secret. So just stay hungry, people. So underneath the kind of creepy looking vampire wily picture here is an upgrade that I need to get. But I'm kind of running low on health, so I'm trying to be careful so I don't accidentally die. So I need to use Rush Search here. Need to go sniff sniff, bark bark, indicating there is in fact something here. And I'll dig it up. And that is the energy converter that was in Mega Man 6. Allows me, allows me to passively consume, collect enemy refills without having to reselect boss power. Great. Alright, now we're gonna go the opposite direction. Fight the pumpkin again. Except we're gonna shoot the little mini pumpkin in the center. Not terribly difficult to do, but you do have sort of a small area to shoot into, which you can see the big pumpkin seems to not like. Seems to block that buster cannon, so we may switch strategies here in a second to just kind of jump up and down and shoot little lemons at him. Oh, I'll shoot lemons. I thought you wanted to be juiced. You're so confusing. Thought he was dead? No. So that, as you've probably already seen, he cycles between two different attacks. The one that does this, which is just sort of randomly throwing little seeds everywhere, and the other one that actually targets Mega Man down. I'm not sure if a distance is what causes the difference between the two. Here's Sniper Joe getting punched in the face. He's a jerk. Thank you for giving me health though. And this is the other secret. So if you've gotten the first two Proto Man encounters, this door will open up and it's gonna allow me to actually fight Proto Man. He's not easy. But we're gonna try to make him look easy-ish, quote unquote. And I should be able to do this with only, since I'm at half health, I should be able to do this on one E-tank. If for some reason find this to be the part where he's throwing his little lemons at me to be the most difficult part, and this being the easiest part where he's charging up, I press the button just before he's about to throw, hopefully stun locking him. If not, I jump over top of him. He will do his typical Proto Man thing where he'll jump and shoot and jump and shoot and you gotta slide underneath of him. But right when he gets to the point where you think you need to slide underneath of him, he actually does kind of a weird blast, I guess. Yep, I completely whiffed that one. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. You gotta slide a little bit earlier than that. Alright, yep. Good to stun lock him if you can. You gotta have kind of perfect timing, because if you're any earlier than that, you will in fact hit his Proto Shield. If you're any later, you'll have to jump over his blast. Almost died there. I guess we're gonna have to use another E-tank because I'm piss poor at this. Alright, I can just use my screws to do it, but he's got a lot of health, as you can see. Also, I'm doing piss poor. Alright, that's it. Maybe you are the superior model. Not. Here, take this with you. This is the coolest upgrade in any game. This, your Proto Shield? You can't give this to me. Yeah, I know, tell me about it. It's too cool. It's okay, take it. And watch your back. ... Proto Man always seems to be like one step ahead of everyone in these games. Like, he's got secret knowledge, but he's not quite divulging it either to you because, you know, he's one of those people that the best thing he can do for you is kind of give you just enough guidance so that you don't die. You don't die immediately, but to be vague enough that you have to figure it out, or you have to truly figure it out on your own, you know? You know, he'll say, did you know there's something hidden in Slash Man stage, and if you use fire, it'll help you out? But he doesn't exactly tell you where that is. And he doesn't even say it's Slash Man stage for that matter. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be using Proto Shield that much. I like carrying it here. I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to pick up this extra life. It's, as you can tell, there's a hidden area, or hidden dark area, which if I had the fire wheel thing, I could light these on fire, but I don't. But I can also use electricity to light up the level temporarily, which is nice. And we've reached Shade Man. Oh, no, we haven't. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. I forgot that this exists. So this is kind of like, if I remember correctly, this is kind of like the one that we did with the Mets coming down, except the difference is we're using zombie robots that are coming through the window instead. Apparently nothing stays on this ground. One of the shutters is shut. I wonder if that'll break open. And hit nudge nudge. Let's go. There's the connection to the other path, if I'd taken the other path, that is. Damn, I was careless. I feel so stupid to have been defeated so easily. Maybe I should give up and leave Wily to you. No, we're a team. Dr. Light will be glad to fix you up. Thanks. I'm glad that I have friends like you. So he appears when you come into this stage. I don't know if they'd anticipated this to be the quote-unquote last guy you fight, but he always appears here right before Shademan for the first time, and then he goes to Dr. Light to be repaired, and then after that, so you can see that's his whole pattern if you don't use any weapons. So now we're going to bring Spring in here and we're going to take care of him. Spring Coil, if you will. And we should be able to take care of him. If you want to reach high up, you have to have the right spacing, because the Spring obviously goes in a jump arc. And you do want to hold the up button after you've charged it. So as you can see, decent damage. Don't want to get hit by that because that will refill Shademan's health. That is the ideal way to get away from Shademan, is to kind of let him... I guess it does prevent him from doing his echo attack. Yeah, if I had held up, that would have hit him. Alright, he'll be dead in a sec. Not too difficult. But ideally what you want to do is you want to come at Shademan while he's up in the air. And as he starts to come towards you, he's going to try and do a dive. And you want to slide away from the direction that he's coming from. The noise crush generates a powerful sound wave, doesn't it? Yes, and you can amplify that wave by absorbing the reflected wave with your body. You can also do a nifty thing where if you press the shoot button and down and jump, which is a slide, at nearly the same time, what will happen is you'll throw out your blast and you'll slide towards the echo, if you will, and it'll act like it bounced off the wall and power Mega Man back up. So we're going to use that later, not now, later when we get to the Wily Castle.